It's a great meme. Yeah, great meme.
This is something that yeah, a lot of people resonate with, especially when you rode the when you've been around for at least 2 or 3 years. You're like, oh, this hits in a good way, hopefully, as well. And I had another tweet about talking about DCA, and if you bought at 40 cents, like hopefully all the people who bought at 40, like out of respect for everyone who bought at 40 cents, staked it, and then watched it go down to 1 cent or below. Like I hope there's as many people who bought it less than a penny or a penny, and then hopefully can ride it up to 40 cents if it goes that far, or blast through it. Who knows? But I think just speaking of the hex cult, because I did the stream the other day, and it inspired me to write this too. And I don't know how seriously to take it. I'm gonna put it in the chat in case anyone's interested. How seriously do you take the hex cult? Like, because I kind of went through a few different points, downside, what's the upside? Like what, even if it is, who cares? Like that sort of thing. How do you respond? How do you emotionally respond, or do you, when somebody actually tries to say cult in a bad way for our community?
I mean, you just accept it and say, yeah, we are a cult. We're a cult of getting rich, cult of true DeFi, cult of freedom of speech. Sucks to not be in a cult, dude. Like, sucks for you. Like, you can just accept. I mean, you can, when it's met with resistance is like when there's just, it's a struggle, and it doesn't have to be. You can accept it as a term of endearment, take it lightly, take it with humor, the grain of salt, because none of this is all that serious, really. People, yes, it's money. Obviously, money is serious. We want this to win. I feel like we've hit critical mass. I think, we're too big to fail at this point. It's just a matter of consistency and persistence in our messaging and all that. But, the cult claims don't really bother me too much. I've been hearing them for 4 years now. So it's never going to go away. So better just embrace it. And, just like the trailer park, we've got a meme coin now called, PulseChain Trailer Park Boys or something. Like it's a representation of embracing, something that other people think is negative. And it's like that scene from 8 Mile and Eminem at the very end, right? Like, I do live in a trailer with my mom. It's like all of his lyrics were basically just like, I know what I am. Like,
you guys remember way more of that movie than I do, but that is a key part. I just remember the rap battle, and I remember a lot of other scenes. But man, people keep quoting 8 Mile to me, and I'm like, I need to watch that movie again.
Just the last scene, bro. The final rap battle is so epic,
dude. And it's got Anthony Mackie in it, like before he was famous, or
it's
all
an
that stuff.
Movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna have to watch 8 Mile. I'm gonna put it back on the list.
So, yeah, $1 hex Kaiser in the chat there. I agree. It's a matter of if not, or when, not if, I should say. I'm thinking it's pretty easily achievable this cycle for both hexes, actually. I mean, if we see a $2 P hex, we'll see a $1 E hex. And this image captures it perfectly. When it's not popular to buy, you guys are the ones still here buying the dip hopefully dollar cost averaging down. But then we see a lot of people like capitulate on the way down too. So rather than, believe and hold their conviction, try to understand what they hold, the people that really did just buy it at the top for the hype train are going to be those same people again, buying it at $1 and then getting mad when they don't become a millionaire in a month. And then they're going to ride it all the way back down to, whatever the next low is, 50 cents. Maybe the next low is at 50 cents. I don't know. But it's going to go higher than people expect and lower than people expect. That's crypto for you. So of the exit liquidity, there's always people that buy the top, right? But then there's some people that stick around and treat this like a multi-year hold. So when we 10x from here, I'm not going to be telling people that I'm personally buying, because that won't be true anymore. But, it doesn't seem like a terrible idea. And I personally have put money in recently, but I'm not always going to be, right? At some point, if somebody asks me in the chat, hey, you're still buying Pulse, I will just say, nope, I'm not currently buying anymore, because that time will be the opportunity will not be there for much longer.
Dude, I think there are some people too putting in dry powder. I'm going to speculate that, I mean, it's one of those times where things have been more clear, like they feel less risky before. I mean, after January 6th, Richard came out with a statement, the lawyers, the PAC team, and then the Bitcoin ETF, and then just everything just feels like people are getting more interested, even though I haven't seen retail really come in yet, and just not yet, at least. There seems to be this, hey, like institutional product on the Bitcoin side. PulseChain has a lot more clarity lately. Richard's tweeting again, all that stuff. not putting in, like, what do you think people putting in dry powder? You know, if you put 1K, 10K, whatever people are waiting on to put in the dry powder, you put it into PulseX, which is 50% below SAC. PulseChain barely over SAC right now. You know, Ink hit $80 before, Hex went to 55 cents or so. People putting in dry powder. Do you think? I don't know. I can't imagine a future where people putting in dry powder like won't be happy with, and not financial advice, obviously, but I can't imagine it just not happening to go up like more than it is today. Like when we're just at this beginning, like this beginning of the piece, we're on the train, and the train's like kind of going uphill a little bit, but also it's got these rocket boosters on it. That kind of thing is like the way I look at it.
You know, the liquidity is such that you can get in with 5 figures. It's accessible for retail. It's still a retail friendly game. But when a couple people with a couple $1 million, we even saw just one whale with $3 million in the upper echelons of finance, that's nothing to people. And there's some rich people out there that can move the price, you know, very, very highly in just a couple days. The world's largest holder of DAI has been spotted. You know, we've all seen that narrative before. And so, I mean, when it goes, it's going to go. But the thing is, yeah, for people to put in 5K, sure, or 5 or 10K, sure, that's a healthy amount, right? And then you're not going to move the price against yourself. But when the gates come down and millions come flowing across the bridge or on through, let's say, coast, we've got a couple of major on ramps right now. I would say we've got, the primary PulseChain bridge where people can put in as much Ethereum as they want to. They could put in hundreds of Ethereum if they wanted to on bridge.pulsechain.com. That's kind of the OG method, right? Now we've got a bot that'll send you 1,000 free pulse. So, you don't have to pay for gas anymore. You don't have to worry about your first gas fee. So, the majority of people, the hordes of people, when they do come, just know your options available.